We now turn our attention to golf. The US Masters taking place 11th of April, first major of the year. All players in pursuit of the green jacket. It's a great event. It's an exciting event. Let's have a look and see what values are out there. And let's have a look and see who's got a chance of winning this tournament. It's the same story. We've covered the Masters on this channel on many occasions, and we're looking for players with certain characteristics, certain abilities, which make it likely that they'll do well at Augusta. Obviously, you need length off the tee. It's a long course. If you can draw the ball from right to left, that'll help you on a lot of the holes. Certainly on some of the par fives on the back nine. You've got to be an excellent putter. There's some of the fastest greens around. Some big slopes on the greens. You've got to have the winning pedigree and temperament. Being a major, obviously, you've got to be someone who, if you're leading, you're going to stay strong and see out the tournament. You're not going to falter. And you also need someone who, if they're a few shots behind on the last day, they've got to have the ability to knuckle down, chase down the par fives in two, look for eagle, look for birdie, and get yourself into contention. Preferably with like players in form, but obviously course form will be important here. It's the same track every time. We know the guys that do well here year on year, so we'll be looking towards them. It's a very big field. It's a big field in this event. I don't think there's any point. Well, you can pick one name if you want and pin your hopes on that, but it's going to make it very difficult for you. I think you're probably best picking a few each way selections, and picking guys that are good value. And I'm also going to have a couple of selections at big odds as well, Hail Mary selections. Looking for a big win and a surprise. Small stakes, but with big odds, which may give you a big return. You've also got to remember a lot of the bookies this week give good rates on places each way. So you've got a lot of them offering 8 places, some may even offer 10 places. You get those sorts of weeks now where the bookies are quite generous with places. They tend to cut the prices relative to other bookies who are only offering 4 or 5 places. But it's all relative. It gives you a better chance of getting a return. The more places, the better, really. So look out for those offers the week of the event usually. So in April, have a look out for those offers from the bookies and get the best terms possible. Now, looking at the market, we obviously try and avoid the short prices. We want to get the value, as much value as we can, the value plays. It's difficult this week because obviously the guys that are a short price for a reason. They have a good chance to win, but we're going to try and overlook the very short prices where we can in favour of better value. Rory McIlroy is the favourite at 15-2. He's the recent winner of the Players' Championship, thought of as many as the 5th major. TPC Sawgrass, he done very well. He was leading going into the back nine. He stayed strong. He stayed firm. He showed a good temperament. He showed a champion's pedigree. We know he has that. He has that ability. We know he has power off the tee. We know he has accuracy off the tee as well. He's been driving the ball very well. The question is, do you want to back him at 15-2? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's a little bit short. I'd be looking for at least 10-1 on McIlroy. I'd be looking at 10-1 on any player in this field because there's a lot of players, a lot of people hungry for that green jacket. So I'm going to look past McIlroy. I'm going to look past DJ, Dustin Johnson at 10-1 as well. He's got all the attributes, all the power. He's a major winner already. He's one of the most dangerous players on the tour. 10-1. It's probably a tiny bit on the short side. It could have been 12 or 14. I can see why they've put it at 10. I'm going to look past it. It's no good for me. Justin Rose, 14-1. Solid player. Winner of the US Open in 2013. Steady game. Reliable temperament. Reliable swing. Reliable rhythm. He's recently changed to Honma clubs from TaylorMade, so you might want to think about that. Some players struggle a little bit with that transition to new clubs, but I would say he's played pretty well with them since he's changed. Anyone who backs him, can't blame them. I backed him in 2017 when Garcia won. Came up short there in second place, but we got the place money. He's a good player. I just think 14-1 is a bit short. You used to get, 22-1 plus for him in those days, but obviously he's moved on, being a world number one since then. Tiger Woods is 16-1. Won the Tour Championship recently. Everyone's excited about him. He's playing really well. He's got the ability to win another major. We can see that. He's returned to his very best form. I just can't sit with 16-1. He's that price because a lot of people back him automatically. He's the name everyone knows. He could win it. He's shown the ability. You don't win the Tour Championship without being in form and being a really good player. Just for me, I'm going to look past it. And it's at my peril because he's won at Augusta numerous times. Arguably the greatest player of all time. I'm going to look past him on the basis of price on this occasion. I'm also going to look past Jon Rahm. Got all the ability. Played very well this year. Will win a major at some point. 18-1, it's a fair figure. I don't think there's massive value there, so I'll leave it. I'm going to go for Justin Thomas next, which might surprise some people. Not that he's not a great player. He's a major winner, PGA champion in 2017. He's got all of the ability. He's one of the young guns who plays so well, has the pedigree and temperament. Just the thing is, he hasn't played that well at Augusta. His best finish is tied 17th, which, it's good, but not amazing, not even a top 10 finish. I just think I want to stay on the right side of Justin Thomas because of the stage he is at in his career. His ability to knuckle down and get serious and chase those birdies and eagles when he needs to is something I've noted in him. That's a skill Jason Day has as well, I've noted as well. But 18-1, I think is a fair figure. I think it's a little bit, tiny bit, a slither of value on there. It could have easily been 14s, looking at the other prices. So we're going to take Justin Thomas each way. We're going to move on in the betting. We've got Ricky Fowler, great player, has the chance to win. 22-1 is always that sort of price. I'm not sure, that's just a normal price for Fowler. So I'm going to look past that one. I'm going to, at my peril, look past double US Open champion Brooks Koepka. Hasn't been playing that well in recent weeks. I think he did have a second place at the Honda Classic though, not so long ago. So you can never rule him out, winning US Open after US Open. But I'm going to look past him on the basis of price on this occasion, 18-1. Jordan Spieth is 25-1. He's not been in good form. Has the course pedigree, one of the all-time greats, but I'm going to look past him. 25-1 doesn't reflect his recent form. It should be a bit higher. Bryson DeChambeau, 25-1. Great player, the scientist. Bit of a slow player, but deliberate. Takes his time, is very careful. He's got to win a major at some point. I'm not going to back him on this occasion at 25-1. Paul Casey, 28-1. Recent winner of the Valspar Championship. I think that price is a little bit on the short side, so not for me. Tommy Fleetwood, 28-1. He's been in a great form for a long time. I kind of have him in a similar category to Tony Finau. He's been knocking on the door for a long time. He's been playing well in majors for a long time. It's just getting over the line has been a problem for him. He's got all the ability. He could win the tournament. I'm going to look past him on this occasion at 28-1, but I think that's a very good price actually. But I'm going to look past him. I'm going to look past Jason Day at 28-1. We've mentioned him already today. He's got the ability of the course. Former major winner. 28-1. I just haven't seen that recent form from him that suggests to me he's going to win a major in, recent weeks. In the near future. He's going to win more majors, but I'm not sure if it's going to be this week for him. It might be. Bubba Watson, 33-1. Multiple time winner on the track. Moved down to 33-1 from about 40s. About a week ago, so people are watching him, and for good reason. He's got the power, he's got the track form, he's got that maverick ability, he's got a wonderful short game, but I'm going to look past him on this occasion. I'm going to take Molinari. 40-1 was around, I think it's shortened a bit, so money's come for him. It's at around 33-1 now. He is the defending Open champion, he's the recent winner of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. I wouldn't say his game screams out Masters champion, but what I would say, his game screams out reliable. And it screams out someone who is always in contention and doesn't make big mistakes, doesn't make big numbers, makes sure he takes his birdies at par fives, always does that. We can't look past him just simply because of form. He's the Open champion. He's just won a tournament in the last sort of month. We're going to take Molinari. 33-1. Phil Mickelson will take him as well, just because he's a multiple winner and he's a legend. I think I mentioned in a Masters video in years gone by, I said, if anyone is going to break Jack Nicklaus's record of being the oldest Masters winner, I think Mickelson has good claims. I think Nicklaus was 46 when he won in the mid-80s. Mickelson, I can't leave him out because he always puts up these great figures, great weeks, great putts at crucial times. 40-1, I'm going to take him because he's got that pedigree at the course. He's won here multiple times, so we're going to take him. We're going to look past Matsuyama at 40-1. He's a great player, but he hasn't been in his sort of form, the best form in recent times. We're going to take Schauffele, who's won 2 tournaments in the last couple of weeks. I watched him and I backed him in his 2 tournament wins. One was at 50-1, the first one, and the second one was at about 22-1, I think, because it'd been shortened. People are watching this guy. They know he's got major winning ability. I think 40-1 is a great figure. What I noticed watching him win in that first tournament at 50-1 was that he was with Gary Woodland. They were tied. They were very close. Coming up the 18th. It was a par 5 and Schauffele attacked it. Went after it with a driver and a wood. Made a birdie. Woodland didn't, and he won the tournament. But what I noticed was his attitude and his lack of fear and his ability and his will was strong, and the fact that he wanted to win the tournament, he wasn't waiting for Woodland to make a mistake. He was going to go after Eagle and make it happen. And someone with that sort of champion's pedigree is dangerous and is going to win a major at some point. And I'll take a chance on him. We lost 4 Masters champion Adam Scott on the basis of form and price. He's 45 to 1. He hasn't done anything special for a while. It's actually a fair price for a former champion. So, but I'm going to look past it. Garcia, recent winner, 50 to 1. Very good number, actually. Going to look past it. Haven't seen that many special performances from him in recent times. He has the ability to win, but I'm going to look past him. I'm going to look past the defending champion Patrick Reed. It's very difficult to defend your Masters title, and I'm going to look past him at around 40 to 1. Oosthuizen, former winner. There's a lot of good prices in there. When you're just going through the prices, you have to pull yourself back from, back in a lot of them, especially in these middle numbers, sort of between 33 and about 66 to 1. The next name's Oosthuizen. He's a former winner. So, he's just finished second in the Valspar Championship to Paul Casey. So why wouldn't you look at him? But I'm going to look past him on this occasion. I can't back all of them. So Louis Oosthuizen, 55 to 1. I'm sure it will suit some people. Mark Leishman, I'm going to take him. 60 to 1, reliable player. Second in the Open 2015 to Zach Johnson. We always back him on this channel, and I'm not going to give up on him, especially at 60 to 1. That's a nice, juicy number. Mark Leishman each way. We're going to take it. We're going to take Matt Kuchar, recent winner on the tour, at a good age in his career to start plundering some majors. He's got the ability. He's got the game. A very good wood player. Very good around the greens. I think he's going to go well this week. Just on the basis of form, we're going to take him. 66 is out there. 66 to 1 is available on Matt Kuchar. I think that's a very good price. He's been playing at Augusta since the late 90s. I can remember him playing there as an amateur. He's got a lot of experience at the course. So hopefully he'll put that with his good form and put in a good performance this week. Next is Cameron Smith. He's been in good form recently. He's around 80 to 1 you can get. That's a massive number. Good value for anyone who wants it. I'm going to look past it. Look past Stenson as well at 80 to 1. Although that's a massive number for someone of his ability and his standing in the game. Legendary player. Silver medalist in the Olympics, of course. I'm going to look past him. Now I'm going to look at some bigger numbers. I've been through a lot of names there. Even Webb Simpson is there, 80 to 1. And Gary Woodland, I mentioned earlier, 80 to 1. Good figures. If anyone fancies those, I think they're good numbers. I'm not going to go for them personally. I'm going to move on to the Hail Mary selections now. So these are the ones at big prices. And the first one that springs to mind is Keegan Bradley, 150 to 1. 2011 PGA champion. So he's got that major winning pedigree. Tied 22nd in the tournament in 2015. And he's been playing really well. I've noticed him, shoot good rounds early on. Maybe not bring it all together in the third and fourth rounds, but certainly been putting up some good numbers and good rounds. So 150 to 1, it's worth throwing, some stakes at. Small stakes each way. I'd say the same of Zach Johnson, 150 to 1, former winner at the Masters, tidy player. I'm going to also mention Hao Tong Lee at 110 to 1. He's been performing very well this season. A lot of ability, Chinese player, very powerful. I think he's going to come through and surprise a lot of people and do very well. Tied 32nd in this tournament in 2018. 110 to 1 just seems a bit too big, so there's some value there worth looking at. I'll also mention Cameron Champ, young gun, winner on the PGA Tour this year. Massive hitter of the ball, massive lag in his swing, effortless power, huge hitter of the ball. He has ability, and a lot of people were touting him. A lot of people were taking these prices on him at the Masters. I heard a lot of people taking 66s to 1s, 80 to 1s. He's actually gone out to 150 to 1 because he hasn't been in the best form in recent weeks. I just think 150 to 1 is a big number for someone of that ability. Small stakes each way, definitely worth a look. So just to go through my picks, my main picks: Justin Thomas 18 to 1, Phil Mickelson 40 to 1, Xander Schauffele 42 to 1, Bubba Watson 40 to 1, as actually Watson's shortened into 33 to 1 now, Molinari 40 to 1, Finau. I don't know if I spoke enough about Finau. I'm going to definitely go for Finau at 50 to 1. He's a guy who he's finished top 10 in all the majors, and 3 of those top 10 finishes happened last year. So if you want to talk about consistency and form in majors, you better talk about Tony Finau. Question marks about his conversion, a little bit like Tommy Fleetwood, but I'm going to take a chance on him. Definitely Tony Finau 50 to 1, Matt Kuchar 66 to 1, Mark Leishman 66 to 1, and the ones you might want to consider as a Hail Mary selection: Keegan Bradley 150 to 1, Cameron Champ 150 to 1, Zach Johnson 150 to 1, and Hao Tong Lee 110 to 1. So we've rattled through the betting, we've rattled through the value plays. you know, you have to make a few picks. You can't be picking one or two people and hoping to pick out the Masters champion. It can be done, but with the each way odds people are offering 10 places, you might as well have a few. I've rattled through my selections. You must have your selections. You may have doubts about some of my selections. You may have certain names you want to put forward that I've missed out. Please mention them in the comments. Say who you think has a chance. It's going to be a fantastic tournament. It's always entertaining. It's going to be a great pleasure to watch. So enjoy it. Enjoy the tournament. Give any comments you have. And I'll see you next time.